Okay, it's Cristiano the 12 Rockers here. I've been running my YouTube channel now for almost 2 years in a couple of months' time. And I was just going through some viewing figures, and the most views I ever seem to have got were for something I did with a pizza and a brioche roll. So I've decided to show you my soup that I do, the way I like to have my soup. And to start off with, I'll take a can of, say, something like this, which is Baxter's vegetable, green lentil and tomato. You open the can and you empty it into your saucepan. Now this is quite a thick soup, so obviously I want to add other ingredients to it. As you see, I've got some German cook smoked sausage on this small plate. I've got some a third of a Sainsbury's sausage roll, some additional tomatoes, and as you can see, I've also got some cheese slices. I'll explain how they come into the equation in a minute. Okay, so the first thing I do is, as you can see, the soup looks quite watery. So what I've done is I've added about a can and a quarter of water, using the can to judge, obviously judge how much water I'm going to put in the soup. And then I'm going to add my other ingredients into the plate. So you just drop them in like that. Not so successful with the German sausage, because as you can see, it hasn't come off the plate. Anyway, let's put the German sausage in. Okay, so that's the German cooked sausage gone in. I'll now go and get myself a spoon to stir with. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stir all that in like that, okay? I will then obviously put the oven on and simmer the soup. Now the reason I do it this way is because the more ingredients you have in a soup, the more thick the soup is, which is what I like. What you find is, if you pour carefully, this is obviously a can of soup which is really for two. You probably get three portions out of that, but obviously I'm going to have it all to myself. If you stir carefully, you get everything mixed in nicely. When you pour out the first bowl, if you pour correctly, you'll get mainly the sort of water, and you'll get a tiny bit of the vegetables. And what I normally do is I normally drink the first bowl like that. I'll just show you the size bowl I'm going to use. If I go down to my kitchen cupboard here, this is a size bowl I use. And let's put that out of the way. And so by doing that, the third or the second half to third bowl of soup that I'm going to have out of this bowl is going to have nearly all the ingredients that you saw that I've added to the soup, like the additional tomatoes and the sausage. Most of that will be to the bottom. So when you pour out your final bowl, you find it's more like a sort of almost like a casserole, because you've got very little of the liquid and you've got all the tomatoes and the lentils and the bits of sausage roll and what's left. So it's quite nice. What do I do with the Emmental cheese? Well, what I do is I will cut a slice of the Emmental cheese in half, and I will line the bottom of the soup bowl with that half of the cheese for the first bowl. I then add the second half of the cheese for the second bowl. What is, the cheese rises and it mixes in quite nicely with the soup, and it when you pull it out and you put it in towards your mouth, you've got like the stringy bits that hang off when cheese gets heated up. So for the first couple of bowls I have cheese, and that's very nice. And then the final bowl, I find I'm just eating like what's left, which is the bulk of the ingredients, like the tomatoes, the lentils and the ingredients that I've added. So that's what I do. And the only other thing which I haven't got out, which I will get out, is usually I like bagels. So at the moment I've got cinnamon and raisin bagels, so I will cut a cinnamon and raisin bagel in half, and obviously I dip that in the soup in perhaps the first and the second bowls. So that is how I prepare my soup. So I'm just about to put the soup on, and bye for now. Hope if you like a nice thick soup, or you want to make your soup even thicker, you may get something out of this little tutorial of mine. See you all later. Bye.